So we're going to start standing up. Feet hip distance apart. Taking a deep breath in, expanding the heart space and allowing the shoulders to fall away from the ears. Do another breath like that. Deep breath in. Expand the heart space. And as you breathe out, allowing the shoulders to fall away from the ears. Feeling the weight of the arms heavy towards the ground. And again, deep breath in. And releasing the shoulders. Making the back of the neck long. And the spine reaching up towards the sky. Starting to slow and deepen the breath. Inflating the belly like a balloon, and then the chest, collarbones. And as you breathe out, exhaling from collarbones, chest, and drawing the navel back towards the spine. And continuing at your own rhythm with an equal inhale to exhale. And as you're breathing, trying to keep the spine long, reaching up towards the sky, and releasing the buttocks if you are holding tension or clenching. So we're going to start with a neck stretch. Bring the chin slightly back towards the spine. Lengthen the spine up towards the sky. And then going to drop the head towards the left-hand side. Breathing in, inflating the chest, feeling length in the spine. And as you breathe out, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Option to take the left hand and place it on the head to add a little weight into the neck stretch. Breathing in, feeling length. Breathing out, releasing the shoulders. I'm going to release the hand, and we're going to roll the chin down towards the breastbone, and then over to the other side. Take a deep breath in, elongate the spine. As you breathe out, releasing the shoulder blades down the back. Option to take the right hand and place it on the head to encourage or accentuate the stretch a little deeper. Breathing in, feeling length. Breathing out, releasing the shoulders. One more breath here. I'm going to release the hand. I'm going to roll the chin down towards the breastbone. And then placing the hand on the forehead, we're going to help the head back up to center. I'm going to start releasing the shoulders by taking some deep rolls. And as we roll the shoulders, we're going to try and follow the breath. So breathing in, rolling up. Draw the shoulder blades together and breathe out, drag down the back. Breathe in, roll up. Shoulder blades together, breathe out, drag. And again, breathe in, roll up. Shoulder blades together and drag. And then taking the feet perhaps a little further apart than hip distance, slight bend in the knees. We're going to breathe in, reach the arms up. I'm going to sigh out through the mouth as we release the arms. Breathe in, reach up. And sigh. Breathe in, reach up. And sigh, release. And we're going to flop the arms from side to side. So we feel that we're releasing the shoulders as we're doing so. And we're getting a little twist into the torso. Keeping connected with the breath. And then we're going to meet in a neutral position and draw the arms up to a cactus position. As we breathe in, expand the heart space, draw the shoulder blades together, and as we breathe out, giving ourselves a big hug. Back to cactus position. Breathe in, expand the heart space, shoulder blades come together, and as we breathe out, give ourselves a hug. Do one more. Breathe in, expand the heart space, shoulder blades together, and as we breathe out, give ourselves a hug. We're now going to start to release the spine. So feet back in hip distance apart, slight bend in the knees. We're going to bring the hands so they're either side of the head, brushing against the ears, the elbows pointing forward. As we breathe in, we're going to lift the elbows up and open, so we're having a little mini back bend. And as we breathe out, we're going to draw the elbows in to touch the ribs. Breathe in, reach up. Expand the heart space. And breathe out, elbows into ribs. Breathe in, reach up. And breathe out, elbows in towards the ribs. We'll meet back in a neutral position, hands on the hips, feet perhaps a little wider apart than hip distance. I'm going to start rolling the hips, imagining that we're following the line of a hula hoop. And as we follow this line, seeing if we can engage our abdominal muscles and feel our back muscles turn on as we push forward. Let's go one way and then we're going to swap directions. And then we're going to come back to a neutral position and we're going to come into a forward fold. And I want to give you the option of doing this on the wall, with the hands flat on the wall, walking the feet a little distance away from the wall, taking a bend and dropping the shoulders between the arms. Or from standing, feet hip distance apart, deep breath in, lift the chest, and then hinging at the hips, dropping the crown of the head towards the ground, perhaps grabbing the inside of the elbows. If it feels really tight in the hamstrings, you can pedal out the legs. And also release the neck. So perhaps doing some yeses and nos with the head, so we can shake off any tension. And we're trying to give the body permission to let go and create space along the length of the spine and into the neck. Breathing in, feeling length. Breathing out, perhaps lowering the crown of the head a little closer towards the ground. One more breath here. Going to release the hands down to the floor, or if you're against the wall, you're going to step in towards the wall and lift the heart space and then come up with a flat back to standing. Nice. So as the theme of the week this week is hips, we are now going to spend a bit of time drawing our awareness and attention to the hips. And I want to give you the option of using a wall or chair if you want support for this. We're going to ground down with one foot. If you're going to mirror me, you're going to ground down with your right leg and lift up the left. And we're going to start by flexing the hip and then extending, so drawing it out behind. So flexing and extending. So this is extending the hip flexors. We're contracting the hip flexors forward. Let's do it one more time. And then we're going to draw it to being parallel center, but the foot is still off the floor. And we're going to rotate the thigh inwards, and then we're going to rotate it outwards. Rotating it inwards. So we're using our adductors, abductor muscles. Keep breathing, following, connecting with the breath. And then lastly, we're going to draw the knee up to being level with the hip. An option to open out to the side. And then we're going to draw it back to center. And then we're going to try and take it across the body. So we feel this stretch standing outside the leg. Let's do that again. Breathe in and open. And breathe out. Let's close the hip. One more time. Breathe in and open. And breathe out and close. I'm going to shake both legs off because it is quite intense even for the standing leg. It's a lot of work to stabilize the hip. I'm going to swap to the other side. So first of all, we're going to flex and extend the hip, drawing it out behind. Flex and extend. One more time, flex and extend. And then floating the foot just off the floor, we're going to rotate it inwards and outwards. So we're really engaging our rotator muscles in the hip. You can feel it moving in the hip joint. And then the last movement, drawing the knee up level with the hip. Deep breath in as we open the hips towards the side. And then we're going to draw it back to center. Let's take another breath here. And then close the hip, drawing it across the body. Back to center. Let's open the hip back out. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, let's draw it back to center. And breathe in, reach across. And back to center. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in and open. And breathe out, back to center. And breathe in across the body. And back to center. Nice, shake it now. I feel it in your standing leg, on the outside leg, I really do. So from here, we're going to come into our kind of goddess pose, which is like a horse stance position. The feet are at 45-degree angle. And it's up to you how deep you want to go with this. And also there's the option of using the wall if you're looking to restore energy and you want a bit of support. So keeping the back nice and long, reaching up towards the sky. I'm going to take a little bend in the knees and lift the toes to feel the connection with the four corners of the feet. And so instead of having the knees dropping in, we're trying to externally rotate and open the hips outwards. And then we're going to add in some pelvic movements. So as we breathe in, let's draw the pubic bone up towards the navel. As we breathe out, let's rock the pelvis back, sticking the tailbone out. And breathe in, rock forward. And breathe out, rock back. Breathe in, rock forward. And breathe out, rock back. Meeting back in a neutral position. We're now also going to take a deep breath in and lift the heels off the floor. And as we breathe out, let's lower back down. Breathe in and lift. And breathe out, lower. One more time, breathe in and lift. And breathe out, lower. Next breath in, we're going to straighten the legs and heel toe them back together. Well done. We're going to come down onto the floor. So lengthening out one leg. With the foot flexed on that extended leg, we're going to open up the hip on the opposite leg and bring the foot onto the thigh of the extended leg. And it might be close to the knee, or it might be close to the pelvis, to the top of the thigh, wherever feels comfortable for you, keeping both feet flexed so they're really engaged. We're going to drop the hand, which is the same as the extended leg, behind us. Take a deep breath in and reach up with the opposite arm. And as we breathe out, we're going to drop that arm down towards the extended leg and then use it to press against the extended leg to see if we can rotate round. Breathing in, feeling length. Breathing out, see if you can twist a little deeper while simultaneously trying to open up the hip on the bent leg. Breathing in, feeling length. Breathing out, perhaps lowering that bent knee a little closer towards the ground. One more time, breathe in, feeling length. And breathing out, releasing that bent knee, perhaps twisting a little deeper. And we're going to come back to neutral position. I'm going to bend that extended leg to come into what's called fire log posture. So in this posture, we're looking to stack the top foot on the knee and have the bottom foot underneath the knee. And it might be really high, or it might be that you can encourage the knee down. If this really isn't for you, you can place them both on the floor with it being bent. And in this fire log position, come back a little bit so my feet are on the mat. I'm going to take a deep breath in and press into the hands and try and lengthen the spine up towards the sky. So we feel like we're creating some space across the length of the spine. And then as we breathe out, seeing if we can encourage this top knee down towards the bottom foot. So breathing in, pressing into the hands, taking a deep breath in, expanding the heart space, breathing out, encouraging that knee down towards the ground. One more breath. Feeling space as you breathe out, releasing that top knee. Nice. We're going to straighten both legs and give them shape. And we're now going to swap to the other side. So drawing first of all the opposite foot in towards the body, and it might be very close to the knee, or you might feel more comfortable bringing it to the top of the thigh. Both feet are flexed and engaged. I'm going to press the hand, same as the extended leg, behind. Take a deep breath in, reach up with the opposite arm, feeling length across the spine. As we breathe out, dropping that arm down towards the extended leg and trying to use it to open the chest, rotating the torso round. Breathing in, feeling space and length. Breathing out, encouraging the bent knee down towards the ground and also simultaneously twisting from the lowest part of the spine. Releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in, feeling space. And breathing out, perhaps twisting a little deeper and opening that left hip towards the ground. One more breath here. Expand the heart space. As you breathe out, release the shoulders, release that bent knee. And on the next in-breath, come back to center. I'm going to bend that extended leg so it comes underneath the bent knee, top knee. So we're looking to stack each knee under or above each foot, underneath or above each knee. And again, if this doesn't work for you, you can just place the feet on the floor. You're still going to get the hip opener. So keeping both feet really engaged, flex back towards the shins. Let's press the hands down. Deep breath in, lengthen the spine. So almost like you're lifting the sit bones off the ground. As you breathe in, expand the heart space. As you breathe out, release the shoulders and try and encourage this top knee down towards the foot. Breathing in, feeling length. And breathing out, releasing tension, releasing that top knee. Breathing in, expanding the heart space. Breathing out, releasing the shoulders and releasing that top knee. Let's do it one more time. Breathing in, feeling space. And breathe out, releasing tension into the earth. Nice. Let's release the hands. Let's straighten the legs back up and give them a shake. And we're going to come onto our backs to make our way into a bridge pose. So the feet are underneath the knees, shoulders are pressed onto the ground, palms of the hands facing up towards the sky. And flattening the lower back onto the ground. If you're looking to restore energy today, then we're going to all do the first stage, which is pressing into hands, feet, shoulders, and imagine lifting the pelvis, so rolling the pubic bone back up towards the navel, but not actually lifting the pelvis off the floor. And maybe this is where you would like to work from today, feeling the connection, but without the weight. If you'd like to build a little heat, on the next in-breath, you're going to lift the pelvis up towards the sky. And give yourself the option. You don't need to go all the way up. You might go 20%, you might go 30%. Maybe you're not looking to go any higher than that today. Deep breath in, expand the heart space. Press into hands, feet, and shoulders. And perhaps that will create a bit of space to lift a little higher. Breathing in, feeling space. Breathing out, releasing that tension into the ground. Can you release the buttocks? Although we use the glutes to lift up, we don't need to then keep holding on to them. Are you able to relax those muscles? Breathing in, feeling space. Breathing out, releasing tension. One more breath here. And on your next out breath, you're going to lower vertebrae by vertebrae back onto the mat. So the tailbone is the last bone to touch the ground. Draw the knees in towards the chest and give yourself a hug. Have a little rock from side to side. Massage out the lower back. And we're going to move into a spinal twist. So placing the feet back on the mat. The arms can be either cactus or extended out level with the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, flatten the lower back onto the mat, expand the heart space. As you breathe out, dropping the knees down to one side. Breathe in, feel length in the spine. Expand the heart space. And as you breathe out, pressing the opposite shoulder to the bent leg down on the ground. So the shoulder blades should be equally, the pressure equal across the shoulder blades. Breathing in, feeling space. Breathing out, releasing the knees. Breathing in, feeling space. Breathing out, releasing tension. I'm going to do one more breath here. On the next in-breath, I'm going to draw the knees back up to center. And then drop them over to the other side on the out breath. pressing down with the opposite shoulder, the direction of the bent knees. Breathing in, feeling space across the chest. Breathing out, releasing the knees, perhaps a little closer towards the ground. Let's do a couple more breaths here. Are you able to release tension in the muscles in the face? On the next in-breath, going to draw the knees back up to center and then draw the knees in towards the chest to give yourself one last hug. Rock from side to side. We've worked deep into the hips today in a short amount of time, so let's give them some love. And then you're going to stretch out one leg at a time to come into our final pose, Shavasana. And grabbing a jumper or a blanket, anything else that's going to make you feel more comfortable in this pose. The feet are wider than hip distance and falling away from one another. The palms of the hands are facing up towards the sky. The shoulder blades are long down the back. And the chin is tucked slightly towards the chest as the back of the neck is long. Take a deep breath in and expand the heart space. As you breathe out, release the limbs into the ground. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, expand the heart space. As you breathe out, release the limbs. One more time. Deep breath in, expand the heart space. And as you breathe out, release. And just taking this time to enjoy the stillness of the pose. Shavasana is when we get to assimilate our yoga practice. And there is nothing left to do but just to enjoy the stillness and to be. Draw your awareness back towards the breath. Notice the effortlessness of the rhythm, the rise and fall of the chest. Bring sensation back into the body, perhaps giving the fingers and toes a little wiggle. Option to lift the arms above the head and take a full body stretch. And when you feel ready, rolling over onto one side, pausing for a moment, or pressing into the hands and drawing yourself back up to center with a relaxed neck. Bringing the hands to heart center. Taking a deep breath in, expanding the heart space. As you breathe out, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Thank you for taking the time to share this practice with me today. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day and see you soon. Lots of love. Namaste.